I used to think that meditation was kind of woo-woo. Like, I had heard of it and I thought, yeah, it's not for me. And I never really gave it a chance. I didn't really understand what meditation was, to be fair. But it on the surface, it didn't seem like it had any sort of value to me. And then a few years ago, I had a boss who was really into meditation, and we started doing meditation as part of work, which was nice. It was a nice chance to sort of disconnect from the stresses of the day and try to, I don't know, just get your thoughts in order and come up with a plan. And I don't think that I actually used these meditation sessions for any sort of real meditation. It was just sort of a chance to take a deep breath and refocus for the rest of the day. But at some point, I did make this transition from using meditation as sort of an excuse to just think about what I wanted to do the rest of the day, to actually taking the time to focus on my breath and try to calm my inner thoughts and find clarity and peace. And I believe that meditation is extremely valuable. I mean, my perspective on meditation has done a complete 180 from where it started to where it is now. But I still have so much trouble, so much difficulty in turning meditation into a daily habit. And this is so confusing to me. I am befuddled by this because I believe in meditation. I have read books about meditation. I have seen the studies on the benefits of meditation. And I have felt those benefits for myself through practice. And I have, in the past, been able to create some sort of consistent meditation schedule, but it has fallen off completely. And I am having such a difficult time trying to restart this meditation habit, and I cannot figure out why. I have an alarm on my phone that is set to go off every single day to tell me that it is time to meditate. And every single day that alarm goes off and I just dismiss it and continue about my day as if I had never even seen that alarm. It's like, I don't know, it just bounces off of my brain and I never think about it again until the next day when the alarm goes off and I dismiss it again. So in this video, I wanted to talk about this question that has come up, this disparity between my belief in meditation and my belief that doing meditation would be very good for me. And I have a genuine desire to do meditation and I want to do it every single day. And I've taken steps like creating an alarm and creating a space for meditation so that I'll be more likely to do it. But I'm still not doing it. Every day I don't actually sit down and meditate, and I don't know why. And as I was thinking about this, I was reminded of a term called akrasia, which I think it was Socrates who came up with this term or coined this term, but it essentially means when a person knows that doing an activity would be the best thing for them, why would they ever choose to do anything other than that activity? And when you think about it logically, it doesn't make any sense. Like if you know that doing activity A is the best activity that you could possibly do for yourself in that moment, then why would you instead do activity B? But this is something that I do all the time. And I'm genuinely curious if you do this too. So if you do, please let me know in the comments whether or not this is something that you struggle with as well. But when you know that there's something that is good for you, and when you think about it internally and you think about whether or not I mean, it's whether or not it's something that you really want to do. If you're honest with yourself, do you want to do this thing? Like sometimes you might say, yeah, I want to exercise to get healthy, but then you might not enjoy exercise. And so you might not want to do it because it's not something that you actually find pleasure in. But I genuinely enjoy meditation and I feel like it's good for me, and I still choose not to do it when that time comes. And so I'm wondering if this akrasia is something that you struggle with as well. It doesn't have to be for meditation, but for anything. And if it is, please let me know in the comments, because I am just genuinely curious what challenges you're facing. In my last video, I talked about how I am trying to shift away from this life of productivity, this mindset that in order to live a good life, I have to live an efficient life. I have to live optimally in order to get the most possible things done, without ever actually stopping to think about whether or not those things are worth doing in the first place. And so this YouTube channel is all about this self-discovery, this introspective journey of trying to figure out, are the things that I want worth wanting? Are the things that I am doing every day worth doing? Or is there a better way for me to live my life in more alignment with my core values? And as I was thinking about this and thinking about the things that I love, meditation came up as one of the easiest things that I could implement, because when you think about it, in order to do meditation, you don't need anything. You don't need any gear. You don't need to have a specific space. You don't even really need to have time. You only need to have the focus and the wherewithal to take a single breath and focus on that one breath, that one inhale and that one exhale, and just be in that moment, that one moment. It seems like it should be the simplest of all habits to possibly incorporate into your life, and for some reason it has just proven challenging. And this has made me think about how difficult it must be to incorporate other things into my life. I mean, if I can't start with meditation, which I feel like it's checking all the boxes, right? It's something that I know is good for me. I believe in it. I've had good experiences with the past and I want to do it, and I'm still struggling to work it into my life. How difficult is it going to be when I start thinking about things that I know are good for me, but that I don't necessarily want to do? Like exercising every day is something that I know is good for me, but most forms of exercise I just don't genuinely enjoy. I don't really like going to the gym. I like playing sports. I feel like you can get a lot of exercise by doing activities, which I do enjoy, and I want to do more of that. But going to the gym to exercise might be good for me. But that doesn't mean that I want to do it. So when I struggle with that, I think that I'll have a clearer picture of why I'm not doing it. But when it comes to meditation, I feel like it should be a no-brainer, and it's just genuinely difficult. So all of this is part of this broader experiment where I'm trying to think about these big picture questions that I think we should all be considering. And one of them is this: are there things in your life that you genuinely want to do, that you're physically able to do, that you technically have the time for, that you spend that time doing something else instead? So you might say that you want to go for a walk every day, but if you actually are spending that time on Instagram, then there's a disconnect here. You're not living in alignment with what you have said that your internal values are. And so figuring out what those internal values are is a process all in its own, and it's one that I'm going through right now. But actually taking those values and trying to live in alignment with them is a whole different challenge, and it's definitely going to be an ongoing journey. And that's what this YouTube channel is about. So if you missed my last video, please check it out. And if you're interested in this type of introspective journey where we can figure out more about ourselves and how we can redefine success and realign our lives so that we can spend more time doing what energizes us and brings us joy and contentment rather than simply trying to get things done for the sake of getting things done or for the sake of achievement, I think we can go on this journey together. So if you're into that type of thing, then subscribe to the channel and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks.